Imagine a 4-year-old child witnessing the scene of their grandparents being killed, and even the police do not believe the child's account. All of this will be in today's video.
Okay, where did you see blood at?
On the pillows and the cups and on the bed. And then I started crying, but I tried to call 911. Ran here.
You ran?
As fast as I could.
That is the voice of Dameon Huffman, a 4-year-old boy. He was raised by his grandparents since birth and had a happy, peaceful life in rural Ohio. Then everything changed on March 27th. The boy appeared alone in front of the daycare in a blood-stained outfit and asked for help. This is the recording from that day.
911, your emergency?
The little boy just ran in the front door.
How'd he get to the daycare?
Walked here.
How old is he?
He's 4.
He's 4 years old and he walked there?
Yes, he did. And he said his grandparents are military and they have blood all over them.
It started with a chilling phrase one that made no sense at first. Not until investigators arrived at a quiet Ohio home and discovered an elderly couple, lifeless in their bed. No forced entry, no clear motive, no suspects. It had all the makings of an unsolvable case. But then came the twist. A 4-year-old boy, quiet and unnoticed, who had been in the house the whole time. He had kept his eyes shut and his body still pretending to sleep as the horror unfolded just feet away. What he saw that night was never meant to be seen, and now it might be the key to unlocking the truth, or the reason he's in danger. In Ohio, Dameon lived with his great-grandparents, Jack and Linda Myers, and his mother, Amber, on their farm. His mother, Amber, gave birth to him at a very young age in 1998, so they helped her raise Dameon as their own child. On that fateful day, the 911 dispatcher received an unusual call. A kindergarten teacher, in a state of panic, said that a child had arrived at the school in a blood-stained outfit.
911, your emergency?
The little boy just ran in the front door.
How'd he get to the daycare?
Walked here.
How old is he?
He's 4.
He's 4 years old and he walked there?
Yes, he did. And he said his grandparents are military
Okay.
and they have blood all over them.
The teachers feared that something had happened for the boy to come here alone. The police went directly to the farm, but no one knew what had happened to Dameon's family. Upon arriving at the farm where Dameon and his family were, the house was eerily quiet, silent to the point of being frightening. The officers opened the bedroom door, and then the terrible thing they feared had happened. They discovered 2 lifeless bodies lying on the bed, covered in blood. It was Jack and Linda Myers, the boy's grandparents. Both individuals had been shot. Jack was bleeding from his mouth and nose. He had a gunshot wound from behind. Linda was injured by a bullet that struck her directly in the face and hand. The police searched the entire house, but there was no one else at the scene besides them. The killer was still at large. News of the murder quickly spread to neighboring areas, causing panic among the residents at that time.
The bodies of Jack Myers and his wife Linda were found murdered in this farmhouse near Gettysburg, both shot to death, execution style.
Dameon was the only witness in this case. When he witnessed the entire incident, the boy clutched the phone and tried to call 911. But was unsuccessful. The killer had cut all the phone lines to prevent anyone from contacting the police for help. Not giving up, the boy cleverly ran to the nearby kindergarten to ask for help. Dameon said that when he was sleeping, he heard the sound of a door opening. Thinking it was his grandfather or grandmother, he climbed up to observe. However, he did not expect that the person entering the room was a stranger, a dark figure wearing a blue jumpsuit, holding a shotgun. 5 miles from the crime scene, the police found the gun used in the crime at Stillwater River, but the serial number on the gun had been erased. A plastic bag containing latex gloves, a green tracksuit, 12-gauge sabot slugs, and size 7 tennis shoes was later found in the river. After all of Dameon's efforts and the evidence collected, the police identified a suspect who murdered Jack and Linda Myers as Greg Myers. Greg Myers' trial began in April 2004. On April 27th, after just a few hours of deliberation, the jury returned a guilty verdict. 2 days later, he was sentenced to 2 life terms in prison without the chance of parole.